Property taxes, oh my goodness. If we're fortunate enough to own real estate, then we are obligated to pay those darn taxes. Hi, it's Cristina Valdés, Corazon team at Realty Austin, here to talk to you a little bit about the property tax values that are rolling out the next couple of weeks and will either hit your mailbox or are already available online. Once you get over the shock of the increase in the value, I want you to consider three things. Number one, it's time to make sure that you have filed your homestead exemption or any other exemption that may apply to you and your family. If you purchased a home in 2021 and are using it as your primary residence, you should have a homestead exemption filed so that you can benefit from some of the discounts that will lower your overall tax liability. If you are over 65, a disabled veteran, there are several other exemptions that you can look into to see if you qualify for. If you qualify for any of those, now is the time to apply for them so that you can reduce your overall tax liability when it comes to the property taxes for your home. Number two, protest your property value. This can be done via mail, in person, or online. There is a form to fill out. Each county has a particular process, but you can call your county and ask for the form or just look it up online. This is a very important step because it triggers the appointment to be scheduled for you to actually be able to have that conversation with county officials to get the property value reduced if possible. If you just purchased your home in 2021 or early in 2022, the county may have sent the notice of appraised value to the previous owner. If that's the case, it doesn't mean that you still don't owe those taxes. It means that you have to do some work to get that information. The best way to do it is to go online at your county appraisal's website, put in the address of your property, and then pull up the report. All that information is online for you. So if you live in Travis County, it's Travis County Appraisal District that you would Google to find that website. Williamson County, Hayes County, same thing. Just put your county name and appraisal district afterwards, and you will come up with the online website to check what the property tax value is for your home. Remember that the county considers it your responsibility as the homeowner to get this information. The county is taking the stance that it's a courtesy for them to mail you this statement. But if you don't get it, I don't want you to miss the opportunity to protest that value. So look online at your county appraisal district's website and find the protest process and start that today. The third thing you want to do is to make sure that you are putting enough money aside every month to cover what your property taxes are going to be at the end of the year. Most homeowners or investment property owners have a mortgage that includes an escrow account. So you're going to want to find out what your taxes for 2022 are likely going to be, and then you're going to find out what you're actually escrowing in your monthly payment. So your monthly payment is you're paying principal, interest, property taxes, and insurance. And so that property taxes and insurance component, it goes to your escrow account. And you want to make sure that that amount is enough to cover this new larger tax liability that you're going to have at the end of the year. I can tell you right now, you're going to have a shortage because your tax your tax bill is going to go up, and your escrow account is escrowing for what last year's tax bill was. So you can bank on the fact that you're going to have a shortage. What you do is you get that difference. Let's just say you're escrowing $500 a month. That would be $6,000 for the whole year. You find out, oh my goodness, my taxes have gone up. I now owe $8,000 in taxes. Okay, so that's a $3,000 difference. $8,000 what you're gonna owe, $5,000 what you're escrowing. 8 minus 5, $3,000. Then you think, okay, I'm gonna take that $3,000, I'm gonna divide that by the remaining 8 months that we have in this year to go, and just break it out into little monthly payments and make an increase to your escrow account. Now, basically what you're doing is you're helping yourself, because at the end of the year, you're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I owe another $3,000 in property taxes. How am I gonna come up with that money? So you are right now taking action and putting a little bit extra in your escrow account so that there isn't that shortage. Now for 2023, when you get your escrow analysis from your mortgage company, you're very likely going to have an increase in your escrow amount, because they want to adjust for the increased property taxes. But the increase in your payment isn't going to be quite as large, because they're not also adjusting for the shortage that the mortgage company would have made up if you hadn't put extra into your escrow account. This is a very important step, because you can get a sizable increase in that mortgage payment if you do not take action and be proactive about making a plan for how you are going to address the increase in the property tax liability. Two main benefits of having your homestead exemption in place. You get a discount within the rate, so your overall tax liability is lower than someone who doesn't have a homestead exemption in place. And your values are capped. Your net assessed value is capped and can only increase 10% every year. So you can see on the notice of appraised value that your market value may have increased $200,000, but the net assessed value for your property only increased that 10%. So that is the part that you're being taxed on, which is a little less painful, but still, you're gonna take a hit, because your tax liability is gonna increase that much. That was a lot of information about property tax values, but it is the season. Please know that we at the Corazon team are always available to direct you to the proper resources that will assist you through this process. I'm Cristina Valdés, Corazon team at Realty Austin. Happy to share this information with you. Please remember that we love your referrals, and if you have anyone in your world who is thinking about selling, buying, or investing in real estate, we'd be happy to help them out.